So I watched Impact, and oh god, there aren't even words. I actually enjoyed Impact this week. Impact was a good show this week, for the most part. But I don't know what to make of TNA anymore, to be honest. I mean, it got to a point where I was really enjoying. I'd watched the show. The show was, yeah. The Jeff Jarrett shit is with the MMA shit is fucking ridiculous. But the rest of the show and the Brother Ray segment, the rest of the show was pretty good. They carried on the knockout feud with a little pull apart brawl. They carried the Matt Morgan storyline, and Matt Morgan on the microphone, he's improving each and every single week. I genuinely believe Matt Morgan would have been a genuine main event contender if it had not been for the Rush push. He could have developed into somebody who was genuinely world title material. I think he is definitely capable of holding his own in the main event. But I think the fact that they pushed him because Ken Anderson got injured, got concussion, hurt him. I think the build should have been drawn out, and they should have had him sort of start to seem a bit cautious with Fortune, and then sort of slowly separate, as opposed to just like 1 week he's in Fortune, next week he's not, and now all of a sudden he's fighting for the world title. Because I don't think a lot of people bought him as a legitimate contender when they threw him against Jeff Hardy, and to be quite frank, he wasn't. But I think he's definitely improving, and I think Impact showed it this week. The Immortal storyline carrying throughout the show with the segments. The segment they didn't bother me that much. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving over here, obviously, but I think it was cool to see them having this little party throughout the show, and it's nice to see Doug Williams actually get some mic time. He's not the best on the mic, and I think his in-ring ability is, I think he's probably one of the best pure wrestlers in the entire company, if not the best. I think he's a better wrestler than Nigel McGuinness, Desmond Wolfe, whatever you want to call him. So as far as his wrestling ability goes, I think he's right up there with the likes, with the top guys. I think he's up there with the likes of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. As far as the rest of the show goes, I think the build for the main event, the fact that they didn't just have like Morgan and Williams just go to someone and just get two partners at once, and the fact that they had two separate segments, and they had to convince Joe and Pope to team with them, was good. And the main event itself was a good match. I think the fact that they had the friction between Joe and Pope, it's still showing, it's obvious that they don't really want to team with each other because they don't really trust each other. I think that helped the match as well, and the fact that they sort of went off and brawled. But this is where, when I saw the TNA logo at the bottom of the screen, and they said that that was it, TNA was going off the air, oh my god, ugh! How fucking frustrating is this as a UK fan? I obviously have TNA is broadcast here on Saturday night. Impact only. We get Impact on a Saturday night at like 9 PM or something, our time. And that's it, we get Impact. We're lucky to get that. The TV channel that carried Impact actually was bought out by another company, and was supposedly it was gone. I think they've just rehashed it now, so thank God for that. We still get Impact. But the fact that we only get Impact, so people who are watching on TV, they only see Impact. Yet you finish storylines, and a lot of the big stuff that happens in TNA is on reaction. Like last week, they had the arena brawl, the empty arena brawl with machine guns and Generation Me. That was shown on Impact because that is what should be on Impact. That was shown on Impact this week because it's what should be on Impact. That sort of stuff, that sort of passion, that sort of just go out there and just fucking wing it, do whatever, just beat the shit out of each other. It's genuine, it's believable. I mean, you don't have to have a character. It shows you don't have to have a character to make a storyline strong and believable. Because I really bought that. Those teams looked like they wanted to beat the shit out of each other. They genuinely looked like they hated each other, and it was fucking awesome to see. So I'm glad I got to see that. But on reaction, you saw the end of the main event, which while the match was good, the finish is, it helps carry the story, I guess. But it just sort of like, Jeff Hardy ran in. There's still 2 eliminations to go. Jeff Hardy runs in, and that's it. We don't even get a match result. I'm guessing Morgan won by DQ, but how do you DQ when there's still 2 people left? I think what should have happened is that Morgan should have eliminated Robert Roode, and then he'd been fighting with AJ for a bit. Robert Roode come back in to attack, and Morgan attacked him, and then Jeff Hardy done the running, and then AJ would have been disqualified, and Matt Morgan would have won. But the fact that there was 2, and that seemed complicated to me. That seemed pointless. But the fact that they're finishing TNA Impact shows on reaction is ridiculous. It is. I'm sorry, but it's absolute bullshit. It is crap. You can't blame. I don't blame the guys in the company. I blame the writers, and I blame Hogan, and I blame Bischoff, because those are the people that are saying, well, we should do this to boost the rating. What about the people who can't fucking see those shows? We have to go online to see those shows. We don't get them on our TV. It's not our fault, it's your fault. Finish your fucking matches on your fucking show. Don't put it on another show. Ugh! It's so frustrating. It really is. It's like, how do you expect to get more viewers, more fans, if you can't finish the matches that you're broadcasting on your once a week? They get a 2-hour show once a week. If you can't finish every single match on that show, you should make the card shorter. So have less matches if you can't finish it. You don't have the time. Shorten the matches, whatever. Do not carry one match from one show to another. I never heard of that shit before. Before Impact and Reaction and whatever. I'd never ever heard of a match going from one show and carrying through to another. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I tell you what it is. It's frustrating as fuck, because I want to like TNA, but I enjoy the matches. I can watch TNA matches, most of them, and I can enjoy them. Shitty finishes galore, whatever. I can watch the matches and enjoy them. The storylines are not awful. They're badly portrayed, but at least Matt Morgan is being made to look like a main eventer, in my opinion. I would like to see Doug Williams as a main eventer, or at least in the upper card. I'm not sure if that's going to quite happen, but it would be nice to see. As far as TNA goes, my biggest problem is this carrying stuff from one show to another and having a load of really good, important stuff on what is effectively an after show. Why? Why? I don't get it. But then again, who does get TNA?